Hi everybody, thanks for joining us again. Today's topic is about how can you tell if you have arthritis, right? So we're gonna walk you guys through my 3 most common ways that you can tell if you have arthritis or not. And of course, after that, then of course we will always recommend you guys to seek the proper help with your doctor to determine if you do or don't have arthritis. But let's first walk you through it. So I have it written on the board right here. The first one is pain that increase with inactivity. The second one is grinding with movement. And third one is loss of range of motion. So let's go through each one by itself so that you can really understand why and differentiate with other circumstances that you might be experiencing. So the first one is that pain with inactivity. Now a lot of people will question and say, you know what, doc, sometimes I do have pain when I'm sitting, and then after a while when I get up I feel the soreness in the muscle and so on and so on. But as I keep walking, it feels better. Now if you feel that in your joints, if you feel that in your muscle, again, that muscle might be just, again, spasming or just stiff. Now if you feel that in your joints, and when you're sitting you feel better, and when you start to get up and you walk you feel stiff, but as you start to walk you actually will feel better, and as you start to do more activity you start to feel more better, especially in the morning when you get up you're going to be really stiff and sore. As you get out of bed, within 5-10 minutes of walking, taking a shower, and having a nice breakfast and so on, you start to move around about the house more, and then your pain diminish. That is what we're talking about. We're talking about, again, as you increase your activity, your pain level decreases and your stiffness decreases. That is typically a very good sign that you might have some early degeneration or arthritis that's starting in. The second thing is grinding that occurs with certain movements that you have. So just say it's your shoulder, right? Now some people, they'll raise their arm up and they'll hear some grinding, like sandpaper. Like you're rubbing two pieces of sandpaper together, or if you are have two pieces of rock and you rub it together, you're gonna hear that particular noise of grinding. Now we have to differentiate between popping and grinding. That's a huge difference. Popping is like your knuckles popping, right? Again, it's totally different from the actual grinding itself. Now, a lot of people will often say, yeah, but doc, I don't have any pain with that. It doesn't matter. It does not matter if you have pain or not, right? You can have grinding without pain and you will still have arthritis. Now you can have grinding with pain. It just tells us that you have a lot of inflammation there. So again, the grinding is the key on the second part. Now the third thing is loss of range of motion. This is typically the first one that will come through for people because they'll notice this first before the other 2 signs. Now, when we're talking about a loss of range of motion, we're talking about any loss of range of motion. It doesn't matter if you can move 90% of your range of motion, but the one range of motion you just can't get over. For some reason, every single time you do this, you either have pain, or you either have some soreness, or some pain in your joints, or some swelling that you feel that might progress more, and then you put ice on it, it feels better. Now, typically, again, it's usually because your lack of range of motion means that your joints, you've lost your cartilage in between your joints or in between your bones, and now things are rubbing together, and now it's creating inflammation. So hence, it creates some pain when you're trying to move. So, and that in itself will cause you to move your arm or your shoulder less, which will then leads to loss of range of motion. So let's recap again the 3 things that you can typically tell if you have arthritis or not is pain with inactivity, or stiffness or soreness with inactivity, grinding with movements, not popping but grinding, and the third one is loss of range of motion. And it doesn't have to be all ranges of motion, it could be just one particular range of motion. Thanks for joining us.